So Phil, United's never actually played at the arena. Another first for Tracy. She's obviously England manager now as well. Once the World Cup comes around, how do you think that's going to be for sport in the city?
Well, I think I've got to say that netball has took off, not just in the city but in the whole of England. I travel around a lot, and the amount of awareness now that people have on netball, it's on the television, it's in the newspapers. I saw the other day it was on the front of the Manchester Evening News and the back of the Manchester Evening News. Now that is quite phenomenal, really, how far the sport has come in such a short space of time. I can't wait for this semi-final. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And then it's in the diary now to watch my sister manage England for the first time. It's a proud moment. We can't wait, and we're really looking forward to it.
So maybe, obviously, football fans, you maybe communicate with them quite a lot on Twitter and stuff like that. What would you say to them if they say, "Oh, netball, it's boring"? They just remember girls playing it at school. What would you say to them to persuade them to come to the semi-final at the arena?
Well, what I would say is turn on Sky Sports, watch a netball game, because it's phenomenal, the speed. I speak to producers that actually work on the netball for Sky, and they're blown away with actually how exciting it is, the atmospheres within the sports centres that they have these games. And look, I've watched netball all my life, so I know it, but people now are beginning to see it's actually real fast, exciting sport. There's no softness to it all. It's quite ferocious. There's good battles within the netball, and the level of fitness and endurance is incredible. So, and it's similar to football. The patterns that you see, the passing and the moving and the creating of space is no different. So I think people have really grabbed onto the fact that netball is a fantastic sport to play.
So how important do you think this match at the arena and such a huge venue is for women's sport?
I think it's a pivotal. I think it's a pivotal moment for netball, because you go around to the Mavericks, the Yorkshire Jets, even to the Wright Robinson to watch the Thunder, and there's 300-400 people watching in these venues. The atmosphere is really intense. But if we can then start taking netball to the big arenas, you think of the Copper Box in London, the Manchester Arena, the O2. If we can start filling out 10,000 people for massive big netball occasions, then that will bring financing to the sport, extra exposure. Then we can start paying your players, if we can start becoming professional, and then the level of performance will go up. So I think this is a defining moment maybe for Manchester Thunder and for the Netball League.
And finally, how do you think that Thunder is going to retain their title this year?
Well, I mean, if you was giving out the medals already, Thunder have been the best team in the league by far this season. They've beat everybody, they've not lost a game. I watched them on Monday against Northumberland, and they were fantastic. And I know my sister's a little bit cautious, saying, we've just dipped a little bit, our form's not what it as good as it was earlier in the season. But I think that's natural, because they know that they're playing in the playoffs. There's not that challenge there, there's not that edge to the game. But when it comes to the playoff, I mean, I can only see one winner. I see the netball girls, I see them play, I see how far they've developed as a team. For me, there's only one winner.